Hey everybody, Dan Liberto here, and I teach people how to love and accept themselves just the way they are. Today I want to talk about overcoming fear and how to lessen its effects on you by using a key strategy. So, we all know the feeling of fear, we know the experience of fear, and generally we try to avoid feeling fear. Fear is really a signal, hey, something's wrong, and we have a tendency to try to fight or flight the situation. You know, we have a tendency not to want to stay with fear. We have a tendency to push fear away and pull in pleasure. Okay? But what does that do when we continuously push fear away? What does that do? Well, what it does is, imagine if you keep pushing fear down. You keep pushing fear down, what it's going to do is it's going to try to come back up, to be dealt with, to be recognized. Okay? And so if we experience fear, the best thing to do is not to push it back down so it can come back up, but to be with it and process it and stay with the fear. Okay, and what does staying with the fear do? Staying with the fear allows us to process the fear, to be with the fear, to befriend the fear, and then to transcend the fear. By staying with our fear, we transcend our fear. We're able to move with it. We're able to transcend it. Okay, so let me give you an example. If you're in a situation where, say you're feeling a lot of fear, you have an interview coming up, and you're starting to become very fearful. You're starting to project all these things about the future, how the interview's going to go, all that stuff. What do? The first thing that you should do is say, okay, acknowledge that you're in a state of fear. Okay, I'm feeling a state of fear right now. And then realize that you are not living in the present moment. And simply let go of the thought. Okay, now this will become easier with time. But once you recognize the thought, instead of buying into the thought, just say, let go. And stop thinking. And come into your body. Okay, that's key. Stop thinking. Say, realize the fear thought. Say, let go. And then feel your hands. Or focus on your breath. Just something in your body. Feel your butt contacting the seat if you want to. Whatever it is, go into your body and feel it. And then stop thinking. Instead, just focus on the sensations of your body. Okay? And as time goes on, you'll be able to continue this strategy. Now, this is a good strategy at first, okay, when you're learning to kind of be with fear. But as time goes on, what you're going to want to do is sit with the fear and accept the fear. Accept that it's there. Let it be there. And then ask yourself why it's there. Okay, so ask yourself why. And I mean, there's examples that I could give, but it's unique to everybody. It's unique to people, to different people. So, yeah, I mean, if you're going through like social anxiety, okay, and you're feeling tight, you're feeling tense, and then you feel the fear. Instead of like a lot of people, what they do is they leave. And they start to become disassociated and their cognitive abilities stop working well, they can't think well, stuff like that. The best thing to do in that moment is instead stay, come into your breath, breathe into your belly, okay, or come into your body, and then question yourself, okay, why am I feeling like this? Okay, and then you might answer a question, because I'm fearful of being judged. Okay, why am I fearful of being judged? Well, because people may not like me. Why does it matter if people don't like me? And then you keep going on and on and on until you get to a conclusion, and then you find the root of your fear. Okay, this can be with anything. I'm just telling you about personally some struggles that I go through on a personal level. But this can work with any fears. You start to question it, and then you start to see how irrational it becomes. You start to understand, okay, this fear is irrational. And then what you do is you start to reprogram your mind with affirmations. Okay, be like, what I tell myself, it's my divine right to be here on this planet. Anywhere on this planet, exactly as I am, just the way I am. It's my divine right. It's my given right to be. And it's all of your guys's too. So that's what I tell myself. And then I say a few things that, few qualities that I have that brings goodness to people. Reasons why I'm worthy of being around people. And reasons why people would like to have me around. Okay, so yeah, kind of recapping. Fear. Our main way of dealing with it is just running away from it. But the problem is, if we run away from our fear, we never deal with it, and it just keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. It keeps coming back. So what do we have to do? We have to, instead of push it down, we have to let it just experience it. We have to experience it, just fully experience the fear. And, at first, if it's very intense, let go. Just stop thinking. Simply stop thinking. Come into your body. Breathe. Feel your hands. Whatever works for you. Feel yourself sitting on the seat. Feel your feet touching the floor. Whatever works for you. It's different for everybody. Okay, but everyone's going to have their own little homecoming that they can come to. Okay, that's coming back home. And then letting go of the thoughts. Letting go of the thinking mind. Okay, you don't have to invest into the fearful thoughts. You can just come into your body and just keep saying, and then keep repeating, let go, let go, let go, and let go. Let go of the fearful thoughts. Okay? And as you become acclimated with this and you get used to it and you're slowly starting to face your fear, then step number 2, then you realize that you have the fear, right? You've already worked through the first part. Then you start to become acclimated to it, and you go, okay. You start to ask why. Why do I have this fear? And really ask yourself, why do I have it? And sit. And this is a good thing to meditate to too. Because a lot of the times when we're in the moment, and we're stressed out, we're fearful, we can't. The cognitive mind really diminishes the ability of the higher thinking. It just diminishes. We've all experienced this before. And so at that point in time, we can remember the feeling, right? We can take a little blueprint snapshot of the feeling. And then we can remember that feeling to meditate on. Okay? And we can come back to a nice, safe spot, and we can meditate on that experience, and just ask why. Just ask why. Okay? And wait for the answers. Okay, this is another key reason. I know you guys, if you guys haven't seen my last video, check it out on meditation. This is another reason why we meditate. To understand ourselves more deeply. Okay, this is key to your mental well-being. Okay, so we can ask ourselves why. And so we can either do it in the moment as the fear is happening, or we can do it when we come to a place where we're safe and we're more able to process this, and then we can come to the conclusions. Okay, why is this happening? And we just keep asking yourself why. Okay, why? Okay, this. Okay, why? And once you come with the idea, with the understanding of why, then you begin the affirmations of reprogramming. Okay, and then so you reprogram yourself, and you tell yourself something good. Like my example, I am worthy of being here, and it's my divine right to be on this planet, etc., etc. Okay? And then once you realize it, you give yourself the affirmations, you can, next time you're in that situation that triggers your fear, remember, you stop, you realize the fear is triggered, then you start with the tactics. Then at that point, you should probably start with the affirmations. Oh, okay, it's okay. Okay, let me just be with this. And then start telling yourself some affirmations. And then you begin to reprogram the mind into a different method of firing your neurons into a different method of firing, and you're going to respond differently to the stimulus, the fearful stimulus. You're going to begin to respond differently to it. Okay, so that is how you transcend fear. That is how you lessen your fear, is by first recognizing, and then being with, and then reprogramming. I hope this helped you guys. Like the video if it did. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want some more content on how to love and accept yourself. I'm going to be making videos every single day for y'all. And until we talk next time, much love. Namaste.